I don't know what it is, but I just keep driving this thing, even though I don't need to and I don't have to. Like, I could drive my Civic, my wife's Civic. I could drive our F-250. I could, fix the SRT4 we have. I'm getting an engine for that pretty soon. And I just really like driving this, I have a pretty good job. I could get a car loan if I needed one, but I don't want one. I want to avoid that as much as possible. Since July, I've put 23,000 miles on this car. That's not insane. I've heard of people doing worse, but also that's more than some people drive in 2 years. So when I bought this car, it had like 120,000, 125,000 miles, somewhere around there. I don't exactly remember. It wasn't a lot of miles. It was a good bit of miles for a car that at the time was 13 years old. So that's like, what, 10,000 miles a year? I've put 23,000 miles on this car since July. This car had 125,000 miles on it when I bought it at the end of 2008. And when I parked it, it had, 157? Something like that, 157,000 miles when it broke. Because that's how many miles were on it when I put plates back on it. I put 5,000 miles on it that time, and it broke, so I had 163,000. So from 163 to 186. And I love it. I love driving this car. But it does need some work. It does need a couple things. I'm going to try and get some of that done today. I don't know how much I'm going to get done. I'm running out of light. But the big thing is I got to fix the motor mounts. The front motor mount, I had cut 2 bolts on it, 2 years ago to replace it because the threads were really crappy on it. I put 2 bolts in it. The front bolt, I'm not going to be able to replace. It's under the radiator. I don't have time to mess with it right now. I'm going to have to make a plate up and then try and weld it in this little frame channel thing. It doesn't matter. But anyway, I got to put 2 bolts in this thing. I bought 2 bolts, and then the side motor mount, the one that was like all falling apart, my buddy sent me one because he saw it. And I had one sitting in my Amazon cart, but he was able to send it to me faster than I was able to commit hitting buy now on Amazon. Because that's the type of brain I've got. I have decision fatigue all the time. So anyway, I'm going to pop the hood on this and we'll see what we can see. So anyway, I can't position that camera in any sort of good way to see what I'm working on down here. So it's the GoPro to the rescue. So let's see. You can kind of see where a bolt is missing out of here, and a bolt is missing over there. Not the big hole, but the little hole under the blue wire. So I just got to try and fish some bolts in there. We'll see what I can do. I bought regular bolts the last time I did this, and they just backed themselves out. So I'm buying flange nuts this time, and I'm really gonna hammer them home. I might also put some schmutz on them if I can find it. That's a big if. So let's see. It'd be really cool if these were like either a common size or size I already have out. It's not whatever that is. Oh, it's a 13. Oh, dude, red. All right, so what about the flange nut? Flange bolt, flange nut. Ooh, why don't you guys feel good together? It's because I bought stuff that didn't match. Son of a bolts are M10 by 1.25, and the nuts are M10 by 1.5. I get to look through my garage and my bolts because I'm not going to the store. This is that's one of the bolts that goes down through the transmission. Feels right. Kinda. The threads are messed up on this one. But if I have another one inside, yeah, that's the bobble strut bracket, like the 3 brackets on the back of the Neon transmission. That's what size that is. So if I have, oh man, buddy, if I got one more of them, we're, as my dad used to say, in Fat City. And I know, like, I can hear some of you saying, just steal bolts off of something else. But the problem is, I'm dumb. So if I do that then I'm gonna forget that I did that. And then when I go to work on whatever that is, there's gonna be no bolts. And I am not gonna be happy about it. Alright, I'm going in the garage now. So, I don't think I have any extra bolts in this. I think I do. Ooh, I found the same bolt in the cup holder of the white car. Oh man. What's gonna do it? I guess I'm just gonna have to make this work. I really want to fix that car. I like driving a 2-door. It's not an NYG, but I like driving a 2-door, which has like these little slots in it. This nut. They do go together. It takes a little bit of force. Once they get to a certain point, they're fine. That's a 15. That's probably a 15. I'm gonna just crank this through the little hole in the thing and it should just get together. I wish this went together a little bit nicer. Let me grab some 15s. Ooh, offset one. There it is. Found a 15. So I have my flange nut 15 and then my offset 15 and then my wrench. Well, that looks kind of fuzzy because I made it a high ISO video, but whatever. Fuck it, as the kids say nowadays, fuck it, we ball. I don't think the kids say that anymore. I want to do this side first. So, alright, here we go. Hey, there's a rust hole over here. What the hell? That's not cool. It's in a weird spot too. Anyway, so, took out the bolt in the back with the 18 12 point on the impact, and the front one, it is, I have to having to use the 6-sided one. I'm guessing it's just a little special, so I gotta, maybe I'll have to lift this up just a little more. Man, I don't know. Yep, there it is. Rip all this crap out of here. And geese heading north already. It's February. Do they usually migrate this early? Because if so, I never realized it. That bolt's out. I can get this up. Alright, cool. Insert. Out. I mean, I feel like this is still usable. Probably going to vibrate a lot more after I put the new one in. Is that a Rally's? I got to take my medicine here soon, so that's part of my problem right now. Let's get this Ooh. Alright, so the engine still has to come up some. So that's interesting. Yeah, and as that goes in, I can kind of shimmy the mount around. Yeah, the motor mount bolt is longer. So pick this up, start it here, set it down. Shimmy this into place. Alright, let's see if I can get some of these bolts started here. Nope, sure can't. Sure can't. Maybe the one in the rear. Get that started and it'll convince the one in the front to phone home. Now here's the thing, right? I remember not being in love with how some of these bolts felt over the summer. I'm going to try my hardest to strip it. That one went in mostly how it was supposed to. No, sure didn't. Oh my god, I cross-threaded it. Oh, who could have seen this coming? God damn it. The hole is off. Not much, not far, but it is off. So I had to try and get the front bolt loosened enough so I can shift this whole thing forward some. That's somewhat becoming more centered. So if I can just drop that in there. Aha! Maybe I can sneak this in there. But this, I'm gonna be honest, like this kind of sucks. Let's see if I can just, oh, hey. That's where I want it. Where's the thing? I'll pull that down. And then, that's it. Oh yeah, buddy. Actually pulling on it, so that's good. There we go. Oh yeah, buddy, that's so much better. That's just what I needed right there. Me having my big stupid Neo light out here that my buddy gave me. Yeah, having my camera out here and having the big light attached to it is helping because, you know, I can see what I'm doing and I'm not getting bored and distracted and trying to I am shortcutting my way through this somewhat, but not the whole job because got the camera here. Oh, this tightens up soon. There we go. Alright. Man, I was really worried about that. So I keep talking about it. I might try and be about it this year, but I want to put a 2.4 in this. But still use the single cam head. And like, yeah, it's gonna make less power than like a built 2.4 would. But I have so many single cam parts already. But when that tightened up. It's not great, but it tightened up. When I go to do it, I'm gonna have Greg. He's, you know, my fab guy, and you should watch his videos because he's way cooler than me. I'm gonna have him fabricate me a slightly different side mount, and then I'm gonna replace the, I guess it's riv nuts or something in here, but I'm gonna replace the nuts in here. If I get enough gumption or money, I'll get paint and I might spray the bay, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. So here I am. It's been 2 days and the car's doing great. The motor mounts worked. They helped out a lot. They make it rattle like crazy. But that's what you get for putting racing mounts in a shit box. It's gonna shake. I wouldn't mind it so bad if I didn't have a long commute. I do not like it so much, and it is definitely going to help push me to wanting to get something softer running. So either like my minivan, my white car, the SRT4, something. I need to get something else running and driving because this is god awful. But now I'm not afraid of the engine falling out. I'm not afraid of it, you know, it's not clunking around. It's not making any weird noises anymore. So it's fine. Like it is perfectly fine. I want to thank anybody that's ever liked one of my videos, watched one of my videos, anybody that's subscribed to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, do that, because that would be really cool and nice of you. I started doing this about 3 years ago, and I had 97 subscribers that I just randomly accumulated over a couple of videos I posted. And I started making videos while I was working on this car. And I mainly started to work on this car so that I started working on this car because I'd quit drinking. And I needed to change my routine entirely. You know, I would go to work, I would come home, all my dad and husband duties done, and then just have however many beers I was going to have. And I have gout is what it is. I had a hard time walking. I called my wife. I was like, honey, I've got to stop drinking for a while. And I got to be serious about it this time. I'd made statements like that, and I wouldn't drink for like a week or 2 weeks, and then I'd be in the grocery store and I'd see it and I would just buy it and bring it home. So it's the first time that I'd made an actual effort, and I was like, I gotta change all my routines. I gotta change everything I'm doing. So I started, instead of coming home and then doing my dad's stuff and then just hanging out and having beer at the house or, you know, whatever, or like piddling, working on stuff, but not like getting a lot done. I was like, I'm just gonna focus wholeheartedly onto the car and just do that. I would never really drink and work on my car because I didn't want to forget where I left off. You know, making a video also was like motivation to keep working on the car. It was a way of holding myself accountable. I don't know. I don't want to get too preachy about it. I just want to say it is possible if you want to quit. And quitting has helped me get a lot of car stuff accomplished, even if I am screwing a lot of it up. And now I have almost 500 subscribers. That's really cool. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Share this with people. Give me a like if you can. And, you know, I'm going to keep doing more stuff. I've got stuff planned. I wanted to say something else witty, but I didn't know what else to say.